Hey guys, welcome back. Good to see you. Vincent Giallo here. Today I've got a mail haul video for you guys. Some DVDs, Blu-ray, exploitation, horror kind of stuff. Stuff that I really like, or I've seen and I wanted to track down and get it, but I didn't have it in a collection, or maybe there's a few of these that I actually had on DVD, but I wanted the Blu-ray. So let's get to it right away. First off though, guys, I really do appreciate the subscribers, new and old. So thank you very much for that. It's certainly much appreciated. Okay, here we go. First one, guys, Rocktober Blood. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Now, it's nowhere near as good as like Trick or Treat or something like that. But this one here is by Ferd and Beverly Sebastian. There's like a couple. They're still around. They're kind of like this old couple. I don't know what the deal is with these guys, but there's a whole thing on the end of this. So I'll get to it in a second. But this is kind of one of those rock and roll, it's called Rocktober Blood. I don't know if it's really... What the hell? I don't really know if it's... there's really no mention of Halloween in the movie. I think one guy mentions that Halloween is like, in a day or two or something like that. But it's, to call it Rocktober Blood, you kind of feel it's like a Halloween kind of show. I always kind of watch this one at Halloween anyways. It kind of gives me that kind of vibe. But it's... What I really like about it is the band this guy plays in, man. Like, this Billy I. Harper. Legendary rock superstar is dead and buried, but not forgotten. His music lives on. His lover and lead singer has taken over the band. Now they're out on the road and ready for the ultimate performance, but there is one problem. Billy is back from the grave, and he wants to put a stop to the music the bloody way that Billy knows best. And yeah, there's a song called Billy is Back, or He's Back, or something like that. They play it a few times in here, and it's really great, like kind of, I don't want to say metal, but it's, like kind of glam, kind of metal thing. And the guy's he's crazed, But anyway, he comes back from the dead, and he's playing this song at the end of the movie, and it's just fantastic. But just so you guys know, so this DVD here, this is authorized by by this Ferd and Beverly Sebastian. Now this movie runs 100 minutes. I don't even think that's true. I think that because there's like about a 15-minute feature after this. It's really strange. But just so you know, if you do find this, somewhere, it's not, it's an official release because these guys own the movie, but it's not really a licensed production where it's all cleaned up and awesome. It's just, it's kind of crappy. But if you haven't seen the movie, it's a good way to see it. I'm sure it's maybe out there on like Netflix or stuff. I have no idea. But worth a look, guys. Rocktober Blood, pretty cool. Again, just be forewarned. It's the case looks good and everything, but it's just a crappy copy. But completist, I have to have it. So now I've got it. All right, next up, guys. Terror Vision and the Video Dead. This is, of course, the Scream Factory double feature. I had not purchased this when it came out. I kind of like, should I? Finally, I'm like, man, I pretty much have everything else that I really need, and I figured, yeah, what the heck, let's pick it up. Video Dead has always been a cool one of the great artwork, cover box artworks, of course, out there. Now this one does have some extras and stuff on it, audio commentaries for both. Behind the scenes, okay, well that's kind of lame. But an interview with makeup effects creator for Video Dead, blah blah blah. Same thing, special makeup and effects artists, retrospective for Terror Vision. But both of these are kind of both good to watch at the same time. They're kind of a, back to back. Both kind of fun, good 80s movies, kind of real throwback horror, but like they're not slashers, of course, but like, you got the one zombie flick and the other one's kind of more of like a monster feature, sort of, I don't know how you'd really even describe it. It's kind of, it's not like Critters or something, but it's just kind of like this alien monster kind of comes down through this guy's satellite dish. It's pretty cool, but there's some really cool lines in it. And there's some adult kind of content in there that if you're not, if you're younger, you wouldn't pick up on it. A lot of inside jokes and like innuendo and stuff, so it's pretty good. I always liked it. Video Dead, yeah, it's a passable zombie flick, of course. Not the greatest, but it's just the artwork and the whole concept of these zombies coming through the TV, I think is what just makes it fantastic for me. But you can still get this one too. And there is like a reversible cover, it looks like, in there as well. But you have to pick it up to find out what it looks like. All right, next up, one of my favorites, guys. Karen Manny and Alley Cat. Man, she was only in like 1 or 2 movies. But this movie, I would love to see this on a Blu-ray, I'll tell you that. Fantastic. This is a German DVD release. I think it's the only one that exists on DVD, is a German version. Really, really cool. She's kind of this chick who trains, martial arts, and she's out to kind of, take back the streets and kind of protect herself and other women and stuff. And she kind of gets into this thing, and it's a revenge picture. Not a lot different than like Savage Streets, Naked Vengeance, things like that. But man, this chick is spectacular in here. She's a reasonable actress, but she's quite nice to look at as well. Definitely worth picking up, guys. This does say it's a Region 2 disc, but it does play in my regular Region A Blu-ray player. Of course, it'll play in a Region... Well, I'm not sure if it would play a Region 1 DVD player, but I'm guessing it would because this is a DVD. But yes, it does play in my Region A Blu-ray player. I would pick this up in a second, guys, if you don't have it. 82 minutes. It's spectacular. Like, I mean, really, this thing is really great. And there's a lot of great scenes in this one. And so you've got like sort of karate, kung fu. I can't remember what she's in. I mean, I can't read German, so I can't read the back. But there's a lot of fight scenes with her, exacting his revenge and taking back the streets, if you will. With this, I think it's just karate she's into. She's a martial arts expert, anyways. But yeah, definitely a good one. Really sad that we didn't see her in a lot of other stuff. She was like in a small scene in was it Avenging Angel, or was it the first? No, it was the second one, I think. Avenging Angel, I believe, and maybe another short scene somewhere else. What the heck was it in? But this was her main feature, was this one movie, and unbelievable. She never did more stuff. Next up, guys, another one. I love these. You guys know I love Angel and Avenging Angel and Alley Cat down there. This is another one, guys. Melissa Leo's first movie, Streetwalking. Really, really great one. Really, really like this one a lot. She dropped out of high school this morning. Tonight she's a Times Square hooker. Oh yeah. Man, I gotta watch this again. Like, this is so good. But I never had this one on DVD, so I'm pretty excited to have it. Anamorphic widescreen transfer. Audio commentary, which is kind of nice. And interesting too is Dale Midkiff from Pet Sematary. This was his first movie as well. Really, really good. Gritty. There's probably more prostitution scenes than there are in Angel in this one. Melissa Leo, strips down in this one a few times, and Dale Midkiff plays this crazy pimp. Like he's believable. He's hardcore. He's this violent guy. It's fantastic. And the interesting thing is, I was just watching Streets the other day on the Roger Corman double feature, Streets with Christina Applegate, and it's a 2-disc set. There's Streets and the Roger Corman thing, a double feature, and the other one is Angel in Red. Had no idea when I was watching Angel in Red. I'm like, man, this story is exactly the same as this, and the players look the same too. So what turns out, they remade this movie. Now this movie was like 1970. What am I talking about? 1985. The other one was like 1991 or something. Like 6 years later, they remade it. Angel in Red. Is it Angel in Red? Yeah, I think it's Angel in Red. It's on that double feature. Kind of crazy because it's just like shot for shot, exactly the same everything. Like the same scenes. Like the street scenes, the pimps. There's this card game, and there's people getting. There's all this stuff. I'm like, why would they redo it? It's really, really interesting, but it's exactly the same as this movie. This one's better. The other one's, somehow is a little more cheesy. But it's exactly the same movie. Really strange. Another one here, guys, I got a couple more here for you. This one, I don't know anything about this. This is a double feature. But I saw the Blu-ray for $10. I'm like, let's just pick it up. The first one's called Nightwing. The second one's called Shadow of the Hawk. 2 terrifying tales in one killer double feature. This thing, I picked it up because it's kind of, both of these are rated PG, it says. But they're kind of like, on the first one, Nightwing has Nick Mancuso in it, the killer from the original Black Christmas. And Shadow of the Hawk has Jan Michael Vincent in it. So, and Chief Dan George. I mean, it can't be that bad. But the first one looks like it's in the deadly night They come, swift, silent, savage. Nightwing, the bats of hell let loose upon the earth. So it's like these vengeful bats like attacking people. And the second one, Shadow of the Hawk, a terrifying adventure into the unknown. And both of these have kind of like a Native American kind of a background or something going on from what I read on the back of these. So I'm pretty excited to check these out. This one's from 1979 and this one's from 1976. So some oldies. This is Region A disc here, and this one's just got the single disc. But to me, I'm a big Svengoolie fan. I like watching the movies he puts on. Like, we see a lot of good stuff on there. Like, of course, a lot of the old horror classics, but also stuff like, you know, like Ants and like Tarantula and Tarantula Deadly Cargo, Bugs, stuff like that. So he's got a lot of these kind of wilderness horror kind of stuff on there, like, you know, insects and stuff. So I thought, man, these seem like they should be on Svengoolie. I don't think that he's ever played them. I don't know if he has the rights to that or whatever, but I'm like, this would kind of fit in right in that sort of vibe, you know, on a Saturday night, pop these in. So I'm excited to watch these two double feature, Shadow of the Hawk and Nightwing. There you go, guys. It was on Amazon like for $10. So check that one out. And last but not least, guys, I was looking for this movie. I'm like, well, I don't think I even have this. I'm going through my DVDs, going everywhere, tossing stuff around. Had no idea. Didn't have it. But I do now. The special meltdown edition of Street Trash, guys. Guys, I love this movie. I like this kind of, you know, 80s kind of stuff. Like, you know, New York City, you know, back in the day. And I like a lot of exploitation stuff where you've got, like, 80s, you know, hookers and street people and people, you know, like that kind of sleaze and stuff. But not so much the street people. This is more what this is. But like, I mean, like the sleaze of the 80s, you know, exploitation stuff, late 70s. But I like these kind of New York City, like street kind of trash, street people, kind of like the vibe in Chud and this and stuff. Really, really like this one though. This one's All Region, guys. Synapse Films put this one out. All Region. And it even comes with, established in 1924, 30 proof. A Viper sticker. Of course, that was the booze that they were selling in the flick. It was killing all these hobos and stuff. But yeah, 102 minutes, guys. Not rated. There we go. A little thing for the... I was going to say, that looks like the Kindred there. The Synapse Films catalog. And yeah, you can sort of see there. But pretty excited to have this one in the collection. Always really liked it. The deaths are just violent in this thing, and I love it, and I love that vibe. No, you know, the content itself is a little hardcore, trying to clean up the streets by poisoning and, you know, these vagrants and homeless people. It was kind of brutal, but yeah, a lot of fun. Really, really well shot too. Like, it was a lot of thought was put into it. It's a crazy concept, but you know, the cinematography is really, really something in this thing. Special features include 2 audio commentaries. The Meltdown Memoirs feature-length documentary on the history and making of Street Trash. Feature-length, guys, that's impressive. Featuring rare footage and interviews with the cast and crew. The original short film, 16mm, that inspired the movie. Original Street Trash promotional teaser, trailers, of course. And all new Blu-ray exclusives and deleted scenes. So there you go, guys. Just some stuff I picked up in the mail. Pretty excited to have all these in the collection. Now, of course, all the you know, the work is going to be trying to slot these all into, you know, all these different areas and different sections I have, because I'm running out of room here, to be honest with you. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thanks again to all the subscribers. Please hit the notification bell so you know when the next videos are coming out. VHS thrift hauls, horror reviews, you know, some mail update kind of stuff like this I picked up, DVDs, Blu-rays and stuff like that, reviews, VHS collection updates, things like that. Thanks again, guys. I appreciate it, and we will talk to you guys on the next one. Take care.